All right, everybody, welcome back to Simply a Breeze. My name is Brie if you're new here, and I teach you how to do things on a budget, practical life skills that you need to know that's going to help you be successful as an adult, okay? So today's topic is date night on a budget. And the reason that this is our topic for tonight is because Valentine's Day was this past Wednesday. It's currently Monday, February 19th. Okay, so it's Monday, February 19th, and the reason we are having this discussion is because we chose to eat at home. And the reason we chose to eat at home is because we're currently on a relatively strict budget. We're trying to limit the amount of times we go and eat out. We're saving up for a wedding in June, and eating out has gotten expensive. Don't get me wrong. I love to go out and eat and have a special night with my fiance. However, we are both fully aware of the fact that it's gotten expensive and we can still cook a very nice meal at home. So what we did for Valentine's Day was we ate in and we cooked up. We each had, I believe it was like a 10-ounce ribeye. I think they were bigger than that. I think they were probably 16-ounce ribeyes. So we each got 16-ounce ribeyes. We cooked up some rice-a-roni. It was like creamy cheddar or something like that. And we cooked up some nice steamed green beans, okay? Between the green beans, it was a package of green beans from my local King Soopers. It was like $1.50 for the whole bag. And then the rice-a-roni is also just over $1. And our ribeyes were the most expensive thing. And they came with our grass-fed, grass-finished cow that we bought back in October of 2022. And we paid $6.50 per pound on that. So our ribeyes were probably, I don't know, $6.50 a piece, because they were both about 16 ounces. 16 ounces is a pound. So we paid $6.50 per ribeye. I know that that is an incredibly awesome deal, and most grocery stores aren't going to have that quality of beef for that price unless they are trying to get it out of the store. But the point is, we both were able to eat at home, have an amazing steak dinner for under $30, $40 for the two of us. That was for both of us. All right, so we got the rice-a-roni. It's a-going. It's still got about 6 minutes. And looks like we're doing creamy 4-cheese. That's what's on the menu with tonight's dinner. Okay, so now let's go look at the steak. Okay, so we are doing steak a little bit differently. We are actually smoking our steaks. So that's why I wanted to have this conversation, is because I decided to then go and look how much the average cost of a Valentine's Day dinner out was. And oh my goodness, it's anywhere between $150 to $192 is what they ballparked it for this year on what two individuals were going to spend for Valentine's Day to eat out for dinner. Because most people are going to get an appetizer, generally an alcoholic beverage, or 2 or 3 per person, plus their main meal and probably a dessert. Yes, I'm sure the food is great, and there's nothing wrong with going to eat out, but if you are on a budget, the power from eating at home and the things that you can do and still make it a special night is so, so, so important. I'm also going to throw this in. Traffic was horrendous. I have a full-time job. I do work an hour away from home. That's just the way things ended up working out. But normally it takes me about an hour and 10 minutes to get home. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get home because people lost their minds. I don't know how else to describe it. People lost their minds. They were driving like madmen. They were out here. I almost got sideswiped twice because people were just so impatient. And I saw 3 accidents with multiple vehicles, and one of them, every single vehicle was absolutely totaled, okay? So everybody, please be safe. It's not worth the accident, I promise. The accident is gonna make things way worse. Being late is better than getting in an accident, hurting yourself or hurting someone else. That's my disclaimer here. But anyways, because we chose to eat out, my fiance and I, we got to spend the entire evening together. We didn't have to worry about trying to drive, waiting in lines, dealing with other people. We spent our time together doing something that we both enjoyed, each other's company. And obviously my cat got to be a part of that as well. So now that I'm on the topic of eating from home, I want to share a couple of fun, unique ideas that you can do to show your significant other that you care about them, that you think they're special and you love them. However, you don't need to break the bank to do it, okay? So I have old ads. I receive these 2 ads in the mail every week. And so these are Valentine's Day ads. So I want to go through these and show them to you, okay? I'm not not affiliated. I'm not sponsored with any of the names of the companies in here. I'm just trying to prove a point. And I'm going to work with what I have. So let's take a look at this. Safeway had lobster tails, 4 to 5 ounces raw, for $5.97 each. You're not going to get a lobster tail at a restaurant for probably under $20. Granted, they do cook it, but still. Ribeye steaks, oh my goodness, it's on the first page. I'm going to show you this. So the ribeye steaks, a value pack, which means it probably included more than one ribeye, $6.97 a pound, and that is USDA choice Angus beef. Look at that, okay? So you could get a lobster and steak dinner. You could get both of those. The value pack of ribeyes probably had at least 2 ribeyes, and the lobster tail, you'd probably get 1 a piece. So say you get 2 lobster tails, you're at $11. You get the ribeye steaks plus another 7, that's $18 for 2 steaks and 2 lobster tails that you have to cook from home. Okay, so that's quite a deal. And then get some vegetables. You could choose to do a pasta. Pasta's not very expensive, so you could get a pasta and some vegetables, and you've got a meal for under $30, guys. Okay, so you can cook up a beautiful meal from home, and you don't have to worry about fighting traffic. Okay, so that's number 1. Also, my local King Soopers or Kroger, I think it goes by another name as well, but those are the 2 stores that are closest to me. They also had ribeye steaks for $6.99 a pound. They had large cooked shrimp for $7.99 a pound. Okay, guys, you've got to shop your deals. There's nothing wrong with couponing. There's nothing wrong with shopping things that are on sale, especially when money is tight. They say we're in a recession and inflation. I don't actually know. I just know food has gotten progressively more expensive at the grocery store, and this is still far more affordable than eating out. If you do it right, you have to look for your sales, okay? So you can have a nice steak dinner with some seafood for under $30, okay? So that's my first one. My second option that I thought of that would be a wonderful night is find out what each other's favorite dish is. My fiance loves tater tot hot dish. Oh my goodness, I love food, but I love a good steak, okay? So a good steak, some tater tot hot dish, yeah, those are both beef dishes, but you could both make each other's favorite dish. Make both of them, and then you get a little bit of each one. You've also got leftovers then for the rest of the week. But making your significant other's favorite dish sometimes is more thoughtful than taking them out somewhere. For my fiance and I, we are both acts of service type of people to show our love. We love doing things for others. Me cooking a meal for him, he sees as something that's incredibly thoughtful. I see it as something incredibly thoughtful, okay? So that's just us. But it's a great idea because then you can both share your love for something with each other, okay? So now we've got fancy steak dinner. We've got make each other's favorite dishes. Here's another one. Italian. Oh my goodness. You generally can't go wrong with Italian unless you just really, really don't like it. But Italian, make chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo is so easy, guys. You can get chicken for $2 something a pound. think I did a video on it. It's like, you can get chicken breasts for like $5.99 a pound or $4.99 a pound, but you get multiple, and you're only gonna need to use like maybe 1 or 2 of those chicken breasts, and you can freeze the rest. Again, pasta is cheap. You can find a good quality chicken Alfredo for what, probably $7? And I'm talking like, that's high-end stuff right there. That's the real good Italian quality chicken Alfredo. You can also make it yourself. Homemade chicken Alfredo or homemade Alfredo sauce is not very hard. It's very, very simple. Okay, so you can make your own Alfredo sauce, but get some linguine noodles, because again, noodles are cheap. Get yourself some chicken, get yourself some sauce, and then you just need a salad. And you can make your own salad. You can get those bagged salads at the grocery store for $4.99. And again, you've got a beautiful, quick, and easy meal to share with your significant other for the night. And then you can top it off with, you two like video games, you two like board games, do you guys like to puzzle? Go for a nice evening walk. Splurge on a bottle of wine if you both like some wine. You can get a relatively decent tasting bottle of wine for $10 to $15 a bottle. And that's not bad, okay? Okay, so that's another option for you, is homemade Italian. On the trend of Italian, and something that my fiance actually really enjoy doing, is homemade pizza. Because homemade pizza, you can throw whatever you want on there. There's no extra charge for the random toppings that you want to add. We love olives, so we go crazy on the olives. We go crazy on the pepperoni. Sometimes we add sausage to it, or bacon. Bacon on a pizza is amazing. I made my own tomato sauce this past year because I grew 180 pounds of tomatoes. So we've got our own homemade sauce with a beautiful flavor. We add some fresh herbs to it. We add a variety of cheeses. And this last time, I even attempted our own stuffed crust pizza. It wasn't terrible, but you really couldn't tell that I stuffed the crust with cheese because I used the shredded cheese. So next time we'll probably try something different. But I'll get the dough going, and as soon as I get the dough rolled out and ready to be topped, I call my fiance and he gets really excited. He enjoys the process of helping me build that pizza. It's something we do together. It is time spent together with one another, being absolutely ridiculous and coming up with random ideas that we both absolutely love. So making homemade pizza is a fun date night. It may not be on the fancier side of things, but it's fun, and it's something that you both can do and be involved in together. And then one of my last ideas is, if you guys, again, you don't want to go out because it's just gotten too expensive, look something up online. Look up a recipe with like a base meat, and look up, you want to try chicken cacciatore. Chicken cacciatore is super easy. It's chicken, it's tomatoes. I think it's got some mushrooms. It's got some red wine or white wine or one of the two in it. That's it, okay? Look up a meal that you both would love to try, or you both like when you eat out. Why not try making it at home? And you both get involved, and you both split a task. So one of you makes the side, one of you makes the main dish, or one of you preps the chicken while the other one's prepping the tomato, or while the other one's prepping the mushrooms, or something like that. Then you're both involved, you're both spending some quality time together. You're not buried in your phone, you're not watching TV, you're not invested in the game on the TV on the wall. And yes, there's a time and place for that, but if you're out on a date, you want to have that moment, that time, looking and spending with your significant other, bonding, talking, having fun, connecting. It's that connection that we're trying to focus on in this conversation here. We're saving money, we're building that connection, and you don't have to go out to eat to do it. So now that we've talked about saving money, ways to do this on a budget, okay? Other things you can do post dinner. Go for an evening walk if it's in the summer. If you two like video games, so I love Mario Kart. We play Mario Kart sometimes. We play card games. We play board games. Just something where we focus on one another and the phones get put away. Again, like I mentioned, we have a wedding. We're getting married in June. So we're also practicing our first dance or practicing dancing just in general. So we have a date night once a week where we get together, we just find a random playlist on YouTube and we just play it and we practice dancing with one another. Because if you didn't find each other dancing and you really don't dance with one another, you want to do that so that way you get used to how the other one works, so you can work on your communication and you can flow. But that is a wonderful date night idea, and you don't have to go out to do it. I'm also rather introverted, and going out, I can have fun, but I have to be in the right headspace to do it. If I'm not in the mood to be out, I'm not really going to enjoy it. But those are just some wonderful, great ideas that you can do to spend time with your significant other. Show them that you love them, that you want to connect with them and spend time with them, but you don't have to break the bank to do so. So I'm going to leave you with this. Shop your ads, okay? Every week, your local grocery store is going to put out a grocery ad for what's on sale, what's trending, what's popular. Like, I'm sure there's a President's Day sale that happened this past weekend, and then there was Valentine's Day, and I'm sure there's something coming up that they're going to have a sale on too. Shop your sales, guys. There's also an app, again, not sponsored, not promoted. I believe it's called Flip. I'll show it here for you. I use this to compile all of my grocery store ads when I had a whole bunch of grocery stores around me, so I could shop who had the best deal of what and decide if I wanted to go to just the one or maybe go to 2 different grocery stores to get the best deals. Okay, so I hope you found this informative. I hope you found this helpful. I don't want you to be discouraged. If you're on a budget, if money is tight, you can still have a wonderful time with the person that you love without going broke to do it or putting it on a credit card and not knowing how you're going to pay it off. For me and my significant other, we would much rather spend time with one another doing things that we enjoy versus how much money we spend on one another. But that was also a conversation we had. Have that open conversation with the person that you're with, because I guarantee if you just tell them, hey, this is what's up, I really don't have the money for us to do this. What about this other idea instead? Majority of the time, if they really love you, if that's you guys have that connection, they're not going to care. They're going to be more than happy just to spend time with you, happy that you were open and honest with them and that you're trying to figure it out and that you're thinking of them. Okay? So again, I hope you found this informative. If you did, if you enjoyed this content, if you want to learn how to budget, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm thinking that that's going to be a video I put out soon, because a basic budget is kind of something that everybody needs, but most people don't do. So if you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Please share this with a friend if you think that this is something that they can benefit from. And I will see you next time we are either in the kitchen or doing something else. Have a great day. Bye.